안녕하세요. On this episode, I go halfway around the world to catch up with Alice Clarke, an ESL teacher with the CNC Academy. Check it out. Alice Clarke, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good, Tanner. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's blowing my mind right now, Alex. For anyone watching this, you're in the Philippines right now. Is that right?
Yeah, I have been for over 2 months now.
So that is literally halfway around the world. As we're shooting this, it's 10 at night in Maine, where I'm at, and it's 10 in the morning where you're at. It's mind blowing to me. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Yeah, it's tomorrow for me right now.
Right.
So right
Yeah.
now it's May 18th.
Right. Well, happy Monday.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So,
As if the days matter now.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I had to remind myself of that right before. Alex, you've been in South Korea now for how many years?
2 full years.
2 full years. All right, and
Mhm.
you've been teaching over there as part of the is it the CNC Academy? Is that right?
Yeah. So it's a small private academy. We have 2 branches located in Seoul, which is the nation's capital. And I've been at the same branch for 2 years.
Right, and so uh, I know one of your main responsibilities is you teach a kindergarten class. You have a homeroom full of kindergartners, and you're always posting adorable stories of them online on Instagram. Tell us
Yeah.
a little bit about how it's been this whole experience.
Okay. Yeah, it's been phenomenal. Oh, I actually am going back after I get out of the Philippines. That wasn't part of my original plan. But given the situation back in the States right now, I thought it would make more sense for me to go back to Korea where things have definitely calmed down. So I'm actually going to be doing a third year at my school. But things are great. It's so from like 9:45 to 2:15, I have my homeroom kindergarten class. My first year, my homeroom class was third year English learners. So they were much more conversational. It was like a relatively easy adjustment because they spoke, understood, read English. My second year, though, I taught a first year class, and they were only 6 who spoke no English, like zero English coming into it. So that was a learning curve. I had dealt with that in some afternoon classes, like classes that come just once a day for like a quick English lesson. So like I had some experience adjusting to that, obviously, but that was more of a learning curve than when I first started my first year. But when I go back this year, I'm actually going to continue with that class. So I'm going to see them from start to finish. They're going to graduate with me next year. So I am excited about that to see like the progress they've made.
Yeah, that continuity, I'm sure, is going to be really helpful for them and probably for you too. It means there's a relatively new experience. You're only in your third year going into this.
Mhm.
Tell me, have you had to do any remote teaching since this quarantine life started?
No. So when things got really bad in Korea was coincidentally like 5 days before our graduation. So we actually came into work on Monday. And like the week prior, we had all started having to wear masks at school, and like a couple parents had like not been sending their kids, but it wasn't anything like super crazy yet. And then we came into work on Monday, and they were like, calls from the government, all private schools, like today is the last day, like you got to get the kids stuff, you got to get them out. And so in my head, that was my last day teaching, like my last day seeing the kids. So I was like no one was prepared for it. So it was actually pretty sad, but it was only like 5 days before graduation. And then we have like a spring break. So it like lined up with that. So we all had like a little bit of time off. And then I left Korea to go start my trip, which turned into me being in the Philippines. And when school was supposed to restart, the beginning or like mid-March, they just pushed it back. So basically the teachers and the kids had like a month and a half off, and no one did any sort of remote teaching. They just had a longer spring break, and now they're back in school.
Yeah, wow, it's wild. I know my niece is in daycare, and they tried to have a remote Zoom meeting with like 10 kids under the age of 3. And it was,
I was gonna say, isn't she like 3?
yeah, yeah, it was relatively disastrous, but cute. So I heard.
Yeah.
Um, so, Alex, for those who don't know, you graduated from Booth Bay in 2013, and you went on to graduate from Suffolk University in 2017 with a degree in, you double majored, right, in psychology and
And
sociology?
yep.
Okay, and then you minored in education. Um,
Mhm.
so was that the plan going into Suffolk? See, I don't remember. I know that you played basketball for me at Booth Bay, and then I can't really remember what your plans were as a senior in high school. Forgive me, but how did that? Whatever you had planned, how has that changed in this 7-8 year period?
Well, so no offense taken that you don't remember what I had planned because I didn't have anything planned, so that's why. um, I, to be completely honest, didn't really have much planned until my senior year of college. I think I got like pretty lucky going through college that I was able to double major minor. I even had a concentration in one of my majors because, but like I still didn't know what I wanted to do with it. I was just like, let's just get as much as possible and then we can work with it later. Um, and then it wasn't until my senior year that one of my professors, she was one of my education professors, and I was doing like a, what's it called, like a mentorship with her. And she had taught English in Vietnam, I think for like 3 or 4 years when she was like in her 20s. Um, and then my parents had taught um, in Southern Africa like before I was born and like when I was born. So like I had experienced like stories about it before, and then my professor was like, "Have you thought about doing it?" And I was like, "Not really seriously." And I started looking into it, and I was like, "Yeah, okay." Like I don't really have any other plans. So I started getting my certification my senior year of college. And then a couple months after I graduated, I was certified, and then I went the following February.
Okay. Wow. Whoa, that's a
Yeah.
whirlwind. Wow, that's insane. Well, Alex, while I got you on here, I wanted to play a little game with you. One thing I remember about you on the basketball court is you were always uh, really such a great communicator, and a lot of people communicate in a way that's very outspoken. I think you were very understated in how you communicated with people, and I've got these. I've got this kind of a communication breakdown that I'm dealing with right now, and it's a little game I'm going to call. Uh, let's see here. I want to change my background to make it appropriate. We're going to call this "What is this BTS?" Um, are you familiar with the K-pop group?
Oh God. I am, but not not well enough to probably do well in this game, but we'll see.
So, have you ever played Mad Gabs?
Mad. No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you a series of words, and as you sound them out, you should be able to recognize the phrase that we're talking about. So, Alex, I'm wondering, can you help me figure out what is this BTS?
Ice peed gun hexion. Ice peed gun hexion. Ice ice. Is it like a song? Ice.
It's a phrase, all right, and I can give you a hint if you want one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is we're able to have this conversation right now because of
High speed connection.
beautiful. All right, Alex, what is this BTS?
Set bacon hinge ahoy it. Set set bacon hinge ahoy it. Set set bacon hinge ahoy it.
You want a hint?
I what hint? Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're here, so we might as well.
sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, nice job.
Shoot. I've seen people do these on Instagram, but I've never tried it before.
Yeah. Well, it's always fun to try new things. All right, Alex, what is this BTS?
Ice on urine paper. I saw urine paper. Ice on urine paper. Ice on urine paper.
Now, as a teacher, this is something you might say to a student.
I saw ice on eyes on your paper.
Eyes on your own paper, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What is this BTS?
There is no place like home. There is no place like home. There is no place like home. There as
You're saying it. Say it
I did?
Say it faster.
There is no place like home. There is
Yeah.
there is no place like home.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Wizard of Oz?
No.
No?
Like, wait, I don't get it.
Oh.
What is it? What is it?
Well, say it again. Say it fast.
There is no place like home. There is no place like home.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. All right. I've got two more here.
So far, I think I'm 0 for 4.
Well, now you figured it out. I think I've given you an assist, but you should be used to that. You were like a post player, and people found you inside.
You need a good assist. You need a good assist.
You have a good assist. All right. So what is this BTS?
Mop ants or too tight. Mop ants or too tight. Something. Mo pants. My pants are too tight.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey.
We're in quarantine, so we're just sitting around eating.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. What is this BTS?
Don't drink Lysol.
Nice.
Gosh, I can't even believe. Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah. Wow, sound advice. All right, Alex. Thank you so much for playing. What is this BTS? I think we learned nothing, but that's fine.
Yeah. I think I learned I need some hints or some assists.
So what do you got first? You said earlier that you might have some survival tips that you've learned from living in South Korea for really in a jam. What do we need to know, Alex?
All right. Well, I hate to say it, but I do not know as much Korean as I feel like I should after 2 years. That being said, it's definitely not an easy language to learn. I can read Korean, but the problem is like sometimes when I'm reading, I can like phonetically read it, but don't actually know what I'm reading. So I've learned a couple key phrases that have gotten me by for 2 years and probably will get me by for a third year. And so now I'm going to try to teach them to you, and I want you to try to repeat them.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay. So I have 5 key like words or phrases. First one obviously is hello. It's a lengthy one. It's 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Yeah. So that's just like you just say a little faster. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Perfect. Okay. Second key one, obviously, thank you. Again, it's long. There's like 3 different ways to say this, but the most common one is 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Yeah, and then just faster, 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Perfect. You should move there. That was perfect, actually. Okay, third one. Let's see. What else, though? Oh, so like, one thing I learned when you don't know how to say a specific object, you just learn how to say this one, please. So that one's gotten me through tons of situations. So this one is ego.
Ego? What?
Like E-G-O.
E-G-O. Oh, ego.
Ego. That means this one, and then please juiceo.
Sorry, ego and juseo?
Perfect. Ego juiceo.
Ego juseo.
Perfect. Okay. Let's see. What are two more important ones?
I could see
Oh,
myself in a restaurant ordering off the menu, looking at the wine list going, oh, ego juseo.
that's completely 100% what I do. And when you're ordering multiple things, you're just like, ego, 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 ego. Okay, another one. So like eating culture, restaurant culture is really big there. So another one is when you're finished eating, say like as you're leaving the restaurant, it translates to like, thank you for feeding me. So it's jal,
Jal,
moko,
moko,
sumnida.
sumidas.
Yeah, and then you just jal moko sumnida.
Jal moko sumidas.
Perfect.
Okay.
You're actually doing way better than I ever do at this. Let's see. The last one. Ooh, I'm sorry. There's like a couple different ways to say it. But I use this all the time when I'm trying to communicate with somebody and then they're not understanding me and I just say, I'm sorry, and walk away.
Okay.
Che song
Che song,
hamnida.
hamnida. Che song,
Yeah, so it's like che song hamnida.
che song, hamnida.
Perfect.
Che song,
I think you're ready to move there.
yeah. All right. Sign me up. I'll be on the first flight.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You accidentally back over someone with your wheelchair. Just che song hamnida.
Right. That'll come in handy. If Pier 1 ever opens up this summer, I'll be sure to remember that because that will probably not come in handy down there, but that's okay.
Probably.
That's cool. Well, Alex, any other thing you would want to tell anyone listening to this video? Any other sage advice from yourself?
Well, don't travel to another country in the middle of a pandemic, or you'll just get stuck there. In my defense, though, I did go before it started, so just to make that clear, I wasn't going in the midst of anything. But yeah, don't go when there's a pandemic on the rise because you will get stuck there.
All right, fair enough. And I won't plan on traveling to Southport anytime soon.
Okay.
All right, Alex, I'll talk to you later.
All right, cool. Bye, Tanner.